Next, we have Grace Reeder. She is out. She's covering the mayoral race, and we're going to go ahead and tune in and see if she's ready to speak with us. Grace, how are you doing, Grace?
Hey, good. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about how your race is going so far. What is the environment around you?
Sure. So I'm at Mayor Kirk Watson's watch party. The first batch of results came out just about 10-20 minutes ago, and people after that 7 o'clock hour hit were really glued to their phones, refreshing those results. The Travis County and Williamson County, because you do have to remember that the city of Austin does touch Williamson County as well, so you've got to watch both of those county results are both showing Mayor Kirk Watson in the lead. It's really everyone versus Mayor Kirk Watson at this point. He's the incumbent. He has just south of 52% of the early votes here in Travis County. He's leading Williamson County as well, with Carmen Yanes-Polito and Kathy Tobo, the former Austin City Council member, chasing him. They are closest to him here in Travis County. Obviously, Mayor Kirk Watson has to go past that 50% threshold to not trigger a runoff. If the runoff were to happen, that would go into December. December 14th would be that runoff date. That's a Saturday, and that's what those other candidates are at this point.
Looks like in one of the city council districts, which I know you cover very, very closely, District 7, it could be in runoff potential. And can you talk about the likelihood of that because of the number of candidates that are just running in that race?
Yeah, absolutely. There are 6 candidates who are running in District 7. We've got Brianna Hollis, who's covering those city council races for us, and been doing a great job bopping around the city trying to get all of those folks talked to. But that one in particular is likely to have a runoff just because of the number of candidates and because there's not an incumbent. Typically, we see that, especially in those city council races where we don't have party lines, right? We typically don't have Republicans and Democrats. People need to be able to rely on that name recognition. They need to be able to see those signs, those yard signs. They need to be able to recognize the name when they go to the ballot, because they can't vote R or D when they show up to vote.
So sorry.
I know their name. I think they've done a fine enough job, and so they'll vote for them again. Typically, those incumbents tend to do well, but in District 7, there's not an incumbent. That seat has been left vacant. So there are 6 fresh faces, and that is likely to go to a runoff as a result of that.
All right. Well, Grace Reeder, who is our City Hall reporter, thank you so much for joining us this evening. And I know you've got a lot to track for us. We appreciate you taking the time, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys. And just want to note that we do have Mayor Kirk Watson, who did just arrive here. They're asking folks to gather, which is why we're standing the way that we are in front of this stage. And so we do hope to have some comments from Mayor Kirk Watson for you relatively shortly. And we would love to be able to bring that to you if he does have some statements to give to us. As I guess that they're waiting for some of those later results to come out. Those do trickle in as the night kind of moves on, but we would love to bring to you some of those remarks from him, so we'll keep in touch.
Yeah, for sure. And thank you so much for catching that. And we'll look out for some of your notes to see whether he speaks. And we'll be able to bring those remarks to everybody who's watching at home when those happen. So, Grace, thank you again.